Olá, bom dia, Alex. So I gotta do another video with you together. I'm gonna try to do the same exact exercise or explain to the people what the best way to warm up and cool down before and after skating. Thank you a lot for your video, appreciate it. You explain really good. That's why I choose you, because I know you have instruction and you know what you're doing, and it was the best way to explain everyone how to do it. Agora falando em português. Olá pessoal, bem-vindos ao meu canal YouTube Switch Rolling Live. Hoje vamos fazer aqui um aquecimento. Este vídeo vai ser na sequência dos outros dois vídeos que eu irei pôr aqui acima que eu falei acerca da minha lesão, e hoje vamos abordar um assunto que também é muito importante e para evitar essas situações deveríamos sempre fazer, que é o aquecimento e o arrefecimento antes e pós darmos de patins. O meu amigo Alex, como vocês vão ver a seguir, vai-nos explicar o porquê de aquecermos e como aquecermos, e espero que gostem. Fiquem por aí porque vamos aprender muito. Até já, pessoal! Hi Alex, thank you for the video, and I'm gonna try with my phone watching you doing. I'm gonna try to do exactly your moves. I'm a little bit tight, you already know, everyone already saw that, older than you. So I'm gonna try, and thank you so much for your video and your types, okay?
Bom dia, Mr. Switch. Alex here. Today I'm gonna show you how to warm up for your rollerblading session. Regarding the warm-up, I know in the rollerblading and skating in general, it seems to be kind of uncool or not hip or trendy to warm up. In my opinion, it's only because we skaters are very rebellious and we always want to be different from anybody else. In normal sports, it's completely normal to warm up, but skaters, yeah, we're cool, we don't warm up. But I think it's a big mistake because especially the older you get, the more important it is to warm up. But also for the younger folks, the earlier you start to warm up, the better it is for your body and the longer you can stay in the skating game. And that's why I think it's really important to warm up, and warming up also has a lot of benefits. For one, it's gonna prepare your body for the skating session. And as we all know, during skating, especially aggressive inline skating, when jumping on rails, doing tricks in half pipes, quarter pipes, or in the skate park in general, yeah, we fall. It happens sometimes, or on some days, oftentimes, we fuck up and there's the train coming by, so I hope you can still hear me. Yeah, we oftentimes fuck up and then we fall. And the better we are prepared, especially when it comes to our joints and our muscles, if they're really warmed up, the easier it is for us to catch ourselves, and also to not injure ourselves that crazy. Of course, you can never prevent injuries, especially when skating, but you can minimize the chances. That's one point. Basically, you're gonna warm up your body. Also, the older you get, well, I'm 38 years old and you're a 43, Switch, so you know how it is. The older we get, the more it is important to actually not to just warm up the muscles, but to also warm up the joints and the ligaments in the body. Because the older we get, the harder it is for our body to recover from skating or falls, or especially whatever exercise we do. Because every time we exercise, we quote unquote destroy our muscles, our bodies. They get little small tiny injuries. Warming up helps basically to fill the muscles and the ligaments and the joints with blood, and them also to recover faster. That's also another really important point. And also when we skate, we want to be stylish and we want to be flexible, and warming up basically also helps us to become more flexible, not skate like this. You know what I mean? So what we're gonna do now for the warm-up, basically we're gonna warm up the whole body. We do a mixture of stretching and mobility. Basically what I do, I start with my head first and then work my way all down to the toes basically. What I do always first thing, there's another train coming, you can still hear me, is basically to just stand and close my eyes for 3 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out 3 times, and then I feel and listen to my body. The older we get, the easier it is for us to feel our pains, because we have a lot of, I wouldn't say pain, but we have some injuries or some nagging points that we can feel to be stiff, which is quite normal when we get older. Since our body and our ligaments, every year we use them, especially in sports, you get, I wouldn't say torn apart, but like I said before, a little bit destroyed, and that's why we have pain. And what I do, I close the eyes for 3 seconds, breathe in, breathe out, and then I feel inside my body which parts of the body are really stiff, or which parts don't feel light, or which parts are still tight. When I warm up, I always focus on these parts. So what we're gonna do now, first we're gonna scan the body, then I start warming up from head to toe. And of course, I'm gonna walk you through all the exercises. So let's get started and get up. No, just kidding. So, what I'm gonna start with first is the head and the neck. Because especially when skating and turning and landing, a lot of people are not even aware how much it affects the neck and the head. And also, like, it's the control mechanism of the body, the head and the brain here, this part. And it's always really important to warm it up as well, because especially when you fall, sometimes it can really affect your neck. So that's what we're gonna do with some head circles. They basically go like this. So I do them in the front, 3, 4, 5, and then back. Like this. Next up are the shoulders. Well, now I forgot it, but normally I close the eyes, and it's most of the time it's my left shoulder that's hurting. So what I'm gonna do is just some arm circles. Front, then go back, like this. Now another train is coming, and I just twist them like this. The goal is here just to loosen up the joints. Do whatever movements feel right to you, but don't do it like too forcefully. Just feel really relaxed. Relaxed. Turn your head again. Then, really important are your arms and your wrists, especially the elbows, especially in the beginning when you're falling. That's why I just do some, a little bit closer, some wrist circles. Also do it like this. The same goes for the elbows, just to warm them up, get some blood flowing. Oh yeah, there's actually someone coming, walking with the dog. Yeah, that's how we do it. Then you can also twist them. Goal, like I said before, is just to get the blood flowing. Then next up is for the back. So what I like to start to do is, just go like this, your hip straight, back to your right, some circles. The next, I like to sit down, this. Push my elbows to the inner part of the thighs, and then I just reach up this guy with one hand, turn my upper body, and really open up the chest area like this. The other way. 4, 5, 6 times, depending on how many times you want to do it like this. Basically, it's gonna help you warm up and also stretch here the core part and the lower back. And what I'm going to do next is also for the back. I'm also starting to loosen up and warm up here. Is basically go into a push-up position, but with my butt up high, like this and this. Then I'm going to take my left leg, put it to the side, turn around. The same on the other side. Also do this 3, 4 times. You can also do this, cross your legs like this. Then what I'm gonna do next is just do some hip circles. 6, 7, 8, right. Now the sun is coming. So if you see me like this, 7, 8 run to the left, the other way. And since we are here in this part, the hip area, what I'm gonna do next is basically you loosen up the lips with also some swinging movements. So you can start with the right or left hand. I'm gonna start with the right so you can see better. I'm gonna try to keep my legs straight. Then you kick them up, the hand, and then back. It's also good for stabilizing and balancing. I'm going to shoot for 8 to 10 swings. The same with the left and up here. If you're not as flexible, just lower the hand a little bit. Right. And especially in the beginning, if you don't have the balance, hold on to something. Or use your hand like this, so you have better balance. Then we're going to warm up here the inner side and the glutes. Here the same applies, hold on, you don't have the balance. Try to do it freestyle, free-handed. I'm going to start off to the left here. I'm going to use my right arm for balance. Then you just do some swings. Basically what you're going to do, you're going to kick your leg up, front, then to the side. Like this. Basically circles. Here also 5, 6, 7, and then the other way around. What you're gonna do is here basically you're gonna kick back, do a circle to the front. I'll show you from the side. Good. So the same part with the other leg. So you can see it here from the side. 5. The one I'm going to show you from the front. Next time I need to bring my sunglasses. 2, 3, 4, 5. And also here, for me, it's always like, I also feel if I'm tired or if my body's like really not totally ready when I have problems standing on this exercise. It's also a good indication on what you should focus on, especially when warming up. But the sun is coming now. So this is basically now the joint and the hip area are already really loose. So what we're going to do next, we're going to stretch them a little bit. So we're going to start off with the inner thigh. What we're just going to do is, we're just going to reach inside. If you like to put my hands on the floor. And here it's really important when you do this exercise, you have the weight here. Basically you put the weight here and you do a wide stance like this. And then I'm going to start with the right. Just keep the feet parallel, you go down. As far as you can. If it's only like this, it's okay. You should feel it here. So you go up and then to the other side. Sometimes you hear the joints cracking like it's okay. But if it's painful, then you stop, of course. And to the other side. When we're done with this, we're gonna focus on this part. You stand like this. And if you're going down on this side, you turn the other leg perpendicular to the leg you're standing in. And then you just go like this. And you should sit here. And then to the other side. What really helps me in this exercise, when I'm standing like this, is to push out. When I'm going down, to push out the butt, like this, and go. And also lean the upper body with the straight back. Same to the other side. Next we're going to focus here. On the hip flexors, also really important muscle group when it comes to skating, especially when you jump. And this muscle group also tends to be really tight. So what you're going to do is, once big step forward, extend back. Then you're just gonna go down on the knee and put the foot on the floor. And if you're now down with the right side, take your right hand, put it behind you, and then 3-4 seconds. The same to the other side. I'm going to show you from the front. Right, back, knees, floor, hand up. Then you go back, up. And you should feel the stretch here. So now the hips are warmed up. What we're gonna do next is for the knees. We're gonna start off first with some knee circles, like this. Kind of like the dance moves you do. So you go 8, 9, 10, depending on how you feel. You go to the right. I'm showing out to the left when I'm turning, and from the other side, or to the side when I'm doing it to the left. You can also, depending on how flexible you are, go deeper. These are warmed up. Next, we're going to warm up the ankles. What you can do here is you stand on one leg, you just go like this. Yes. And to the other side, same here. Yes. To the other side, 5 to 10 times, depending on how the ankles feel. Then we are going to stretch the ankles a little bit. Basically the same. A big step forward, big step backward. Then you're going to lean over and put the weight on the front foot, like this. You should feel it here. Flexible your arm. Yeah. There we go. And next, we're gonna stretch this part here. Pretty easy stretch. Go like this. Basically, back of the toes. Then you put a little bit of weight on there. Then you should feel it here. Up, balance. The other side. Yeah. What we're gonna do next is some squats. To strengthen basically the legs. And what I like to do first is the bend over squat. It's also going to help warm up and stretch this part and this part. And it works like this. I'm going to show it from the side first. Stand up straight, shoulder width apart with the legs. What you're going to do first, you keep the legs straight, and then you're going to bend over with a straight back. And then you should feel the stretch here. And once you feel it here, you bend your knees and bring your chest to the front. And on the way back, the same. Take your time, do it really slow. And especially on this part, when you bend over, go down, and when you go back up, push your butt up first. And then focus here on this part and try go back up with this muscle. Do this 5-10 times, depending on how you feel. And then you do the normal squats. Normal squats, depending on how flexible you are. I like to start off with 3, 4, 5 with really close stance. Then I go back down like this. Yeah, same. But this time you're not going to straighten your leg. You actually, when going down, push your legs a little to the side and try to stay as upright as possible. Then you can do it wide, like this, like that. Here you also need to show or check how flexible you are. Like this. So I'm going to show it from the side. So when you're done with this, we're now going to focus on this part here, the butt, which is also really important when you jump. And what you're going to do here is It's basically you're gonna take one foot, cross it behind the other, like this, and then you go down. And back up. And the same with the other side. Like this. And here it's most important. If you've never done this exercise before, you don't need to go all the way down. Just go down as low as you can. For example, when I go down, I sit like this. Then I go back up. But if you only can go like here, it's okay. Just do the movement like this. So don't go all the way down, depending on how flexible you are. And if you're a little more advanced and it's easy for you, you can start basically jumping when doing this exercise. It goes like this. Go down. This. One more time. It's a very good exercise to warm up this part. And last but not least, I'm doing the one leg squat. The one leg squat, it's a really advanced exercise because it's really difficult in the beginning. You can also try do it while holding on to a rail, for example, and go down slow. But it's really good, especially if you want to learn Makio, fish brain stuff. And that's how I do it. I stand aside. First I'm going to show you, then I'm going to explain you. It goes like this. Like the fish brain. And go back up. And here it's important to keep your back straight. And when you grab the other leg, you pull the knee towards your shoulder. So stride back. Go like this first. And then you grab the other hand. And then you bend your knee and push this one out. Another train. So one more time. This one to the side for balance. Back is straight. Gonna bend over your upper body. Pull the knees toward you. Grab the leg. Push the knee out. Bend. And on the way up, it's the same. The knee basically goes up. And then you're done. And the same, of course, with the other leg. And in the beginning, it's really hard. That's why I would focus on handing or holding onto the rail and another train. It's straight paradise. And it's sunny, that's why my face is like this. But I'm sure you can still understand. And then you basically go the same part with the other leg. The left part, the same, back straight, put your on the shoulder, grab the foot and bend your left at the same time. Then you go like this, then you can hold it. 1, 2, 3, then you go back up, knee, and here, and push yourself back up. You do it 2 to 3 times. I'm gonna do it just to show you how I do it. And also in the beginning I like to get down really low and then I go a little bit faster low, because when you jump into tricks, you go down low a little faster. So basically the first grab, go like this, it's really low. This, and then back up. Same with the other leg. Like this. Slow, 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 slow. Down. 3, 2, 1, and go, and pick up. Now a little bit faster. And also trying to stay here. Slow. Goes like this. And up. Same for here. It's a good way to practice your Makio or your fish brain or going low. It's the same. And the other leg. Or even faster, you can go like. I'm already sweating. It's hot. At 7 in the morning. Same part on the other side. Balanced. And back up. And that's basically it for warming up. And for me, especially when you want to learn how to go low on grinds, one thing I've learned is that you need to learn how to get down as fast as possible. And that's why I'm also doing like 3 to 5 jumps just to the floor as fast as I can. I'm basically doing a squat, but I'm kind of like jumping. It goes like this. And then you can also hold it from the side. And that's basically it, Mr. Schwitz. I'm sweating already. Now the sun is up, I'm basically blind, and the next train is coming. But it's a short one only. With that being said, Mr. Schwitz, I'm gonna see you soon. Either you come to Lisbon or I come to Algarve. But I hope this video is gonna help you and your community. Have fun trying it and let me know what you think. Peace out. I'm back, Mr. Switch. Another thing is when I've got my skates on. Adjust the camera a little bit. Give me a second. There we go. So that's a little bit lower. I also like to practice the stance of the grinds. I'm trying to learn. And it also really helps when you're trying to learn how to get low on grinds. And basically, just standing with your skates on, not on any objects. It's just basically, you do it on the ground floor. I'm gonna put it down a little bit more lower, so you can see. That's what if I have the time, I like to do this. For example, what I like to do is start with the unity. Basically, to stand like this, put my hands up high the way I want to do it on the obstacle. Then I go down. Then I hold it. 3, 2, 1, like this. Do it with the other side, depending what kind of tricks you want to do. Do the same, hold it. You can also do it with royale, depending on how high or low you want to go, like this. Or if you really want to go like this. Same with the other side. Since we are switch, you're Mr. Switch, you do it from both ways. I like to do it the same way too. Then you go with the other side. It also really helps to stretch. And you can do it pretty much basically with all the grinds. You can also do it basically like jumping. And you just roll a little bit. Like this. This. Or you can also do it, I don't know, with the soul grind like this. It also really helps nailing the positions and also to learn how your body and how your arms are basically holding when you're grinding. And it's also a good way to stretch and warm up. So give this a try too.
Ok pessoal, vocês estão-me a ver aqui outra vez. Agora o que eu vou fazer é o seguinte, ele fez alguns encaixes e a demonstrar como era importante nós termos flexibilidade para podermos agachar nos grinds. E o que eu vou fazer aqui é tentar reproduzir os grinds que ele fez ali, naquele P-rail, fazendo com os patins, e vejam aí as minhas tentativas. Então a primeira manobra vai ser um Unity e a segunda manobra vai ser Unity em Switch, que é bem complicado. Vamos lá ver se eu consigo fazer. Até já. A segunda manobra vai ser Royal e Royal em Switch. Tal como ele diz, eu gosto de fazer tudo para um lado e para o outro. Ok, Agora vamos fazer sweat sense para o meu lado, sweat sense em switch. Normalmente eu faço sweat sense para o lado contrário. Fica aí. Ok, então vou fazer agora soul ao meu lado, soul switch, e depois faço umas 2 ou 3 como extra, ok? Pessoal, vai, espero que curtam, subscrevam, deem like e ativem as notificações. Fiquem bem! Hi Alex.
I'm gonna see you soon. Either you come to Lisbon or
I hope so.
But I hope this video is gonna help you, your community.
Thank you.
Have fun trying it and let
Thank
me know
you.
what you think.
Really appreciate it. Okay, thank you Alex for the video and for the instructions. I hope everyone like it. If you want to see more videos like this, tutorials and types, subscribe, comment what you think, give you a likes or thumbs down. If you thumbs down, tell me what you didn't like. So, see you next time. Olá pessoal, espero que tenham gostado deste vídeo tutorial. Isto foi uma sequência de vídeos em relação ao vídeo que eu fiz anteriormente sobre a minha lesão. Espero que tenham gostado e que tenham aprendido tal e qual como eu. Se gostaram, deem like, se não, um like para baixo. Digam o que é que não gostaram. Assinem o canal para receber mais vídeos como este, ok? Fiquem bem. Tchau!